Welcome everybody to Hanrahan's Irish Pub. How we doing?
Doing well.
Looks like a pretty hungry crowd. I see a lot of food moving around.
I'm getting hungry.
That's good to see. Welcome everybody. Our guest this evening is Milt Thompson. Good friend of our good friend, Charlie Manuel. I'll let Milt give you an update on Charlie. He just spoke with him a little bit ago. So
Charlie's doing great, guys. It's a slow process, but his spirits are great. You know, I'm going to rehab every day and, you know, just putting sentences together again. He's getting there, you know, but his spirit is great and he's doing good. He's doing very well. He'll be back in spring training or sometime right after the new year up here in Philly doing some things.
It was great seeing them. Like one of the first days that they had a picture of him, I guess on Facebook, where he was like looked like he was swinging the bat type of thing during his rehab. So that always make him easy.
yeah, I think his comment was it's good to swing again.
Right, exactly.
You're not going to catch Charlie without talking about baseball,
Yeah, right.
especially hitting.
Right?
He loves it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Hey, all right.
We got a birthday in the house too.
We do, and we want to check that off the list first and foremost. One of the owners here at Hanrahan's Irish Pub, Donnie's, I believe I heard 63. It's his birthday.
Yeah, he's nodding his head, yes. he wanted you to say 53.
Had I known, I would have brought a cake, but I'll buy him a beer instead. I'm sure he'd rather have the beer. But again, you got it. Thanks to everyone for coming out. Couple things to go over. Next Wednesday night is the night before Thanksgiving, and if memory serves me correct, and I don't have much of one anymore, it's a big party night, and I hear this place is jumping the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So maybe we can all get together and eat some turkey.
There you go.
Sound good? We'll do it ahead of time. Eat turkey and drink beer. Nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing. But anyway, we have no Emily and Henry tonight. Our interns are in Florida and slowly making their way south permanently. So we got the old gal. We got the old gal back in the nest. So
Old school.
Old school. She don't take any dope from nobody. So. Sue, you want to give a wave or something? There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
See Sue for your raffle tickets, 2 free ones, $1 each. Goes to CCC charities. We're doing a lot of holiday stuff right now, so take a look at these raffle prizes up here and tell me where we may have chinched.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
There's some good stuff up here. I know John Capoletti's a Delco boy. How about an autographed jersey of John Capoletti?
Don's taking claim to that.
I think Donnie wants to win that bad.
It's
But
his birthday.
he's gonna have to win it the right way. He's gonna have to earn it.
Exactly. Got to play to win.
All right, so let's move on. Kind of like the Phillies.
Yeah.
The season ended rather quickly. How do we turn the page? Where do we go?
Well, it's not coming back. You know, we got a little overconfident there going up 2-0, but, you know, you have to finish the job. And, you know, I was at Game 6 and Game 7, and I can just say that they were really flat in Game 6. I can't understand why when you're one win away from going back to the World Series. And all postseason when I was out doing interviews and talking, I always said unfinished business.
Right.
Unfinished business. You know, we came up short. Let's go finish the job. And for some reason, it's unexplainable. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I know that they love the long ball, but it comes to a point where you have to play small ball if you want to win sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to ask you about. Like, we got a lot of power hitters, through the lineup. We have our contact guys. We need to find like a little bit more of a balance, right? To get, we have our contact guys down at the bottom of the order for the most part. You get the power hitters, and then like, is there a way to blend them together a little bit more to get guys on base and not having?
Well, I think it starts at the top. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this working for the Phillies, but yeah. If you ask me, Stott's your leadoff man.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid had over 80 hits with 2 strikes.
Right.
And that's the kind of guy you want at the top of the lineup. Who sees pitches, fouls balls off, put balls in play. And I know analytics says that, Schwarber gets on base a lot, but I don't see him stealing second.
No.
I watched the first game against Miami in the playoffs, and he led off with a hit. He was at first base, and Turner hit a ball down the left field line, and I'll be 65 in January, and I could have scored on that. It didn't happen. So, I mean, just little things like that make me think, and he likes to lead off because he likes to ambush guys.
Right.
He likes to go after that first pitch, but for me, I'm old school. I'd rather him hit a home run batting fifth with a couple people on base instead of all those solo home runs.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, Stott. I think Stott would be nice up there with Turner, and then Harper. That would be a nice.
Did you see that? Stott, Turner, Harper, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I mean, is that not sound better than Schwarber leading off with a solo home run?
Yeah, and then having Hoskins in the 4-hole.
Well, does somebody want to break the news to John?
Oh, I know. I got to get over, but I just can't. Hoskins is my guy.
Well,
Mercy tomatoes? Is that what you said? It's coming, one of these shows.
Well, back in '93, we used to do it like this. We want to get double digits in hits every game as a team.
Right.
In 2008, it was the same thing. We're going to get double digits in hits. In today's game, it seems like every game there's double digits in strikeouts.
Right. Yeah, they're going the other way.
It's I don't know. They say that it's okay to strike out. It's never been okay for me to strike out.
No.
Nobody says a lot about it, but I think it's a problem.
Right. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, it kills rallies. I mean, how many times do the Phillies have a leadoff double and the guy never scores? That just
Another thing that we don't do anymore is, you remember back in our day, you get a man on third base less than 2 outs, the contact play. I did not see one team do a contact play from third base in the playoffs. It was mind-boggling. Little things like that. Being aggressive. I always believe you got to be aggressive and force the other team to make the plays. That's been my mindset my whole career. To make them make the plays. And it was funny that early in that series against Arizona were the ones that looked like deer in the headlights. They didn't steal. They didn't even attempt to steal the first 2 games. Then all of a sudden they're like, okay, we got to start moving and make things happen. Especially with the way Wheeler was thrown. Like, you can't sit back and you get on base. You might not get another person on base. You better try to make something happen. And that's just baseball to me.
I don't want to get you in any trouble with the Phillies, and I don't want to say anything out of line, but do you think a lot of that falls back on their hitting coach, Kevin Long? All right, we're going to move on.
Well, no, I'm just going to say this, that, you know what, as a hitting coach, and I was a hitting coach for 6 years in the big leagues, and I made those guys accountable. I made them accountable, one thing I did, the first thing I was doing is, there's 9 quadrants in the strike zone. And all I would do is give them paper with the 9 quadrants in the strike zone. And I say, where do you like to hit the ball? For me, I was a up and away hitter. I was a freaky left-handed hitter. I could hit the ball, up and away. Yeah, so if you throw me 2 pitches or 3 pitches in here, once I get 2 strikes, I'll battle, but I'm not swinging at that ball. I'm gonna play to my strength. And for me, watching baseball today, it doesn't seem like guys have a game plan where they know what their strength is and they hunt. I hunted my strength. I didn't go up there and, just because there's a guy on third, I'm just swinging at pitches to try to put the ball in play. I'm trying to hit a ball up in the air, to maybe get a sacrifice fly or something, but not trying to hit a home run. You know what I'm saying? Just putting the ball in play and make things happen.
Talk a little bit. You and I were talking prior to the show when you came up with Atlanta, and go through that conversation. What they had you do during batting practice and pregame, and then into the game. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I'm still a small guy, and I hit at the top of the lineup, either first or second, most of my career. And they told me they want me to bunt for a hit every game, and I picked my spot during the game when I wanted to bunt for a hit. At first, I kind of was a rebel against it, but once I started doing it, and I got to be able to slow the game down, and that's the most important thing about good hitters, slow the game down.
Mm-hmm.
So I slowed the game down to put the bunts where I wanted to put them, and I'm like, you know what, I can slow everything down to hit too. So when fans are seeing guys throwing 98, 100 miles an hour, like, wow, that ball's fast. But in reality, when I'm in the box, I slow everything down so it doesn't look like it's coming 100 miles an hour.
Right. Yeah, that's the good, things that like Bryce Harper can slow the game down, which makes them excel in the big moments. And the game's not bigger than the time in the plate there. But yeah, it's definitely a different ball game today. It's too much of swing. You always, as soon as it's coming out of their hand, it seems like they're just swinging.
Well, they don't pay players nowadays to bunt.
No.
Okay, it's you got to hit 300, you got to hit 30 home runs, right?
Yeah.
That's what you get paid for,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I have a question for you. How do you hit 300? What's the difference between a 250 hitter and a 300 hitter every 100 at bats?
Those little
5 hits. That's it.
Yep.
5 hits.
100 at bats is probably almost a month, right?
Yes, exactly right.
About a month. So you need 5 hits, 1 hit a week, a little over a hit a week to fall.
And the thing is, people don't realize is that because I could handle the bat and I could bunt, it was a chess match.
Right.
When I got to the plate, if they're going to play back, I'm going to take my bunt.
Mm-hmm.
So if they cheat in, I get the ball by them. So it was a chess match every single time, and I kept those guys on their toes. Say for instance, I wasn't going to bunt. I might even just fake a bunt just to get them to cheat up.
Right.
It's just you just have to play the game. And like I said, I never tried to force the game. I let the game come to me. The situation dictated what I needed to do in whatever situation it was.
You'd probably hit like 350 today. With the shift and
Well,
everything.
the shift, I just hit ground ball short.
Right,
I don't understand why guys can't just move the ball around.
Exactly. You would just take advantage of it. And these guys, like I said, they would rather hit strike out or hit a fly ball to the wall and like, oh, I just missed it. my launch angle was nice though.
Yeah. Exit velocity. Yeah,
Yeah,
all those good
exactly.
things.
What was that exit velocity? But
Any questions for our guest, Jason? Can't miss that arm. What's that wingspan?
he's a Cowboys fan, though. That's the problem. Really.
Here come the tomatoes.
There you go.
Since you're still in baseball, been around baseball a lot, when are these folks going to be accountable for what they're doing? Come on.
Let me just say this: that the only way an umpire can lose his job is to do something really stupid. It's amazing. It's amazing that you have those boxes up there to show everything, but let's just face it, these guys, they get away with a lot of stuff. They can have a bad game and nobody even say anything about it.
I think it's a great series, and he's off the bag and still holding out.
It's funny, with the video, the video replays and stuff, challenging plays, we really see how bad some of those umpires are.
Right.
You know, but what are you gonna do? I mean, I can tell you stories about when I was playing. Sunday day game at the vet, Frank Pooley's behind home plate. He goes, "Hey, I got a 6 o'clock flight. You better swing at anything close." Hey, that's what you got to do, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I got another question from the audience.
All right.
Yeah, why is it today's players don't, like when you're in the slump, usually either you move up in the box or come back in the box or move closer to the plate or far away from the plate. It seems like a lot of players stay in, when they come up the back, even though they're in the slump, they're just not adjusting as much as old players back in the day.
Well, I stayed in the same spot every time. So I can't say anything about that. I was in the same spot every time. If I needed a hit, I'd lay a bunt down. You know what I'm saying? I would do things to put myself in a position to get some hits. You know, I think the longest I went without a hit was maybe 12, 15 games.
Wow.
That didn't happen a lot because, you know, you just move the ball around. You know, one thing I would encourage young players to do now is to play pepper. We played pepper when we were kids. That's how I learned how to, you know, manipulate the bat, field, throw, all that stuff comes into play right there. But if you ever go to a minor league ballpark, they'll have it right up there. No pepper
No
games.
pepper. Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I used to tell my guys to go out to the warning track and play. And, you know, you learn how to move the ball around. I mean, for me, I spent 30 minutes a day hitting off the tee as a professional ball player. 30 minutes a day hitting off the tee, moving the tee around, knowing what I had to do to hit a ball in a certain area. But, you know, you don't see, I mean, I walk by there. You don't see too many tees in the batting cages anymore. You know, one of the best hitters I've ever worked with is just like me. He worked at least 30 minutes a day. His name is Chase Utley. One of the best hitters ever I worked with in the game, because he would say, you know what, I'm not good. I'm gonna let this pitcher. I'm gonna give him a strike, and they were still afraid to throw the ball over the plate. That's how good he was.
Yeah. Yeah, Chase was another one. Jimmy Rouse was another one. You know, the work. You know, I don't know how much he worked, but
No, these guys worked really hard. You know, Jimmy is a guy that, you know, if stretch starts at 4:40. Get there like 4:35. You know, he'd get out there, he'd be on time. But, you know, after batting practice, that's when me and Jimmy and Bobby Abreu did a lot of work in the cages to get yourself prepared for the game.
yeah.
Chase was by far the best hitter. The guy who I wanted to play with the game on the line is Jimmy Rouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, what do you got?
Oh, yeah, the birthday boy's got a question.
Well, first, thanks, Jill, for everything you did for us. You ever consider coming back as a coach or manager?
Never. The game is so different now, and plus, I spent 43 years in professional baseball, so I lived out a suitcase for 43 years. So I'm done with that. You know, I love being an ambassador for the team, where I go out in the community and do things and still do camps with the kids and stuff. But as far as, you know, getting on that plane, traveling, going to all the different cities, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's it. My brother and I, we were just talking, you touch base on everything that we talk about. When we're saying, why aren't they doing it? Why aren't they doing that every game? And we're sitting there and you can nail on the head and all. But that's not the question. My question is, can you touch base on it again? These younger players, they're not taught how to play, or they don't want to play. I mean, small ball. I mean, we got a certain guy that's got all the speed in the world, and he looked like he could run when he first came up, and then I gave him one down. It's like, is that any coach or?
It's what it is. It's the game. They're not even teaching it anymore.
Yeah,
I can tell you, the New York Mets in the minor leagues, when you put a guy at second base in extra innings, they refuse to bunt. I mean, I'm going to bunt and move that guy over to third. You can hit wild pitch, ball, all these things can happen for that run to come in, and these guys refuse to bunt. I mean, I'm watching Game 7. I see Schwarber hit a double, and I see Turner come up, and he tried to bunt, and he fouled it off, and then he made no effort to hit another ball to that side. He hit a ground ball to third.
Right.
And this is what I'm saying. If that happens with 2 strikes, I won't say a word, but you got to make the effort to play fundamentally sound baseball, move guys over. I mean, me and Eisenreich, Jim Eisenreich, I'm sorry, Eisen. Me and Eisen, we had our own hitting, we had our own hit and run. We could put it on anytime we wanted to. You know, but we knew the situations, we knew the game, we knew when we were going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're down 3 runs, you know, something like that. But we just knew the game. We had a feel for the game. Whereas today, I don't know. You know, if analytics has gotten so bad, I'm just going to be honest. I mean,
Too involved.
I don't want all that stuff swimming in my head.
Right.
I remember a guy coming to me and goes, when I was in the minor leagues the last few years of working, and I said, I can't do this anymore. He goes, well, Milt, you know more balls in the air go for hits than balls on the ground? I said, you're an absolute genius. I said, can you separate the line drives, which are in the air,
Right.
from the fly balls you're telling them to hit? And then come back to me with your percentages. They never played, so they don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling guys earlier about, and this is a true story, you might not believe this or not. I am with Michael Jack Smith for 3 years in the same hitting group. He did not hit 1 home run in batting practice. Not one in 3 years. Every ball he hit was either a hard line drive or a ground ball. And then, you know, batting practice, they throw the ball, about 60 miles an hour. Anybody can hit that ball out, you know, if you want to. But you're changing your swing to do that with a 60-mile-an-hour pitch. So now you got 90 plus coming in, same approach to hitting, swinging down, creating backspin, the ball takes off. Reason guys strike out a lot these days because they're uppercutting. Boom. They're uppercutting, and if I can elevate a fastball, they're going to be going back to the bench quite a bit. And that's what happens in today's game. They don't make adjustments.
Yeah. And why do you think, with you know, analytics being as much as they are in the game, you would think they would see that analytically and be able to modify, you know, I mean, it works. You know, they thought it was good for a year or so, but then now that it's, you know,
well, it's a numbers game now. It's unbelievable. I mean, I don't know, we have so many analytical guys that we hire. I mean, it's unbelievable. You know how the game has just changed that way. I mean, I always do the eye test. You know, they say, well, we don't want our pitchers to face the guy a third time around because the percentages go up. That's why you never get guys get complete games. Mm-hmm. The only way a guy's going to get a complete game is if he throws no hitter. Because the moment you give up a hit in about the 7th, 8th inning, boom, they take you out.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. You know, and it's just weird, you know, with the whole analytics that you would think that they could see some of that and be like, all right, you might not be able to hit the home runs. You know, Bryce Harper could, or, you know, Brian Howard is a bigger man. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between every hitter. Well, they shouldn't all be put in the same box.
Yeah, well, I'll bring Schwarber up. What's Schwarber hit? 46, 47?
Yeah.
He probably had, I would say, 550 plate appearances for 47 home runs. What did he do with a lot of the other ones?
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying?
He had more home runs than he did singles. You know, and, yeah. I mean, he walked a lot. I think he had 100 walks or whatever it was. You know, but it's like I said, it's just a different game. It's just they don't care. You know, it's okay to hit a home run.
Well, going into a season, I used to say this all the time. 15 wins a month will get you in the playoffs. That's 90 wins.
Right.
That's not. It's half a month. You know.
Right. Yeah.
It's just, you know, you just have to go out and just play the game and don't get caught up. I mean, we're going to try to win 10 games in a row. No.
Yeah.
You know, just win series.
Yeah. Win the series.
Win series. That's how you get a chance to play in the playoffs.
Yep. Win the games you're supposed to. Steal a couple if you can. You know, except for winning the series is always the key.
All right, let's go over a couple things before we move on for the second half of the show. It's Wednesday night. We're here once a month, and we greatly appreciate Donnie and Jimmy Clark for having us and all you guys coming out. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it. We need to support, Hanrahan's Irish Pub as much as we can. I don't think I'm going to need a whole lot of help getting the place packed for next Wednesday night because it's a big party from what Donnie's telling me. So maybe we'll see a few familiar faces. Maybe we'll eat some turkey and drink some beer. All right. So Lauren's going to get ready with her Maddest Minute. You want to do trivia first? All right, we're going to do some trivia. You guys ready for some trivia?
All right.
Let's see these softballs come flying.
All right. See these softballs here. All right. So Milt, during the 1993 World Series in Game 4, set a Phillies record for the most RBIs in a game with how many?
She had her own number for you. You can finish the question. 5.
Nice job. Good job. Went 3 for 5 that day.
All right, who tied that record? Who tied that record in 2008?
Part 2. We'll give away an autograph. Who's got the answer?
I think it was Chase Elliott, wasn't it?
Someone yelled Chase.
Nope.
Nope.
Ryan Howard, that's it.
3-2 of them, yep. There you go. All right, and then on April 29th, 1993, Milt robbed a grand slam in the bottom of the 8th against which team?
San Diego.
There you go. I didn't know if anybody would get Bob Kern.
Here come the softballs.
All right. You also
You
had a,
never know. It's either going to be really hard or really easy. You never really know with you guys.
well, well, I tried to mix it up.
All right.
You also had a,
Who's the pitcher? Who was the pitcher?
I do have a hand. Hold on.
David West.
That's
Yes,
correct.
David West was
Good.
correct, yeah.
Wow, these guys do.
Well, that's Schmitty. Schmitty's
Yeah, he
he's
always
our
gets-
baseball encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Give
All
him an
right.
autograph?
I did. That
There
was
you
Mike
go.
Schmidt.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
All
What do you
right.
got, Johnny?
And then Milt and which player was traded to the Phillies from the Braves? From the Braves to the Phillies for Ozzie Virgil and Pete Smith.
So who was the
extra player with Milt Thompson as well?
All right. I do have
He's a
a
main
hand.
player.
Well, you already won. I'm going to go this way. All right. Thank
Oh,
you. You did already win.
can't win again?
It's the same autograph.
Steve Pedrosian. Yep.
That's correct.
Steve Pedrosian.
They understand the rules. We've been here for 2 years.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Exactly. All right. And we got one more?
Sure.
All right.
Plenty of time.
All right. Before analytics became analytics, Milt Thompson and this one player platooned in left field. Who was it in 93 for the Phillies?
All right.
The birthday boy.
Was it Pete Williams?
You are correct. There you go. You guys had a great team that year, '93, with everybody. Along with your grand slam, saving game. Mariano Duncan hit a grand slam to win the
Mother's
game.
Day, yeah.
On Mother's Day. The platoons. Like, you had what 4 platoons?
We had 3.
Three.
The thing is, you'll never see this in a team in Major League Baseball again.
Right.
Very unselfish. We just were a good team. You had me and Incaviglia in left. You had Eisen right and Chamberlain in right field, and you had Mario Duncan and Nicky in second.
Right.
And we knew our roles, and we went out and played, and it was all about winning, not about egos or anything like that. But if you put my numbers and Inky's together, that's pretty
It was
good.
a hell of a
year.
season. Yeah, it was a hell of a
And each position, you put those 2 guys' numbers together, really good season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what made that whole summer was an amazing run. You know, it's still, to this day, you guys are held almost as high as the world champion in 08, you know,
Yeah.
team that is as lovable team. What do you think made you guys that much to the fans?
We're blue collar workers.
Yeah.
That's just being honest. We're blue collar workers. We went out, we did our jobs, we worked hard. You know, they say we look like an old softball,
Yeah.
old softball team. But you know, we knew what we had to do, and we went out and did the job. And that was so wonderful about it. Fergosi was a great leader. You know, I remember the first day going into spring training, and you know, every time you go into spring training, the first day the manager has a big meeting, and he goes, "My door is always open. You can come in anytime you want. Might not like what you hear, but I'm gonna be honest with you."
We have a guest on Facebook, Joe Stinger. He wanted to ask, were you always an outfielder? And this is a good story.
Oh, yeah. Actually, growing up, I was a big, you know, Jackie Robinson fan.
Yep.
Big time. So when I went out for Little League the first time, I ran out to second base and fielded the ground ball, and I threw it left-handed like, that ain't gonna happen. You can't play in the middle of the infield if you're left-handed. So I went home upset, crying and stuff, and my dad goes, "You really want to play second base?" I said, "Yeah, Dad." Every day after he got to work, I learned how to throw right-handed. I played second base. So it was one of those things where someone told me I can't do something, and eventually I proved them wrong. So when I talk to kids all the time, I said, the one word you have to eliminate from your vocabulary is the word "can."
Can, yep.
You know, it's nothing you cannot do with a lot of hard work and dedication with what you really want to do. And don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Yep, that's true. That is true.
All right, are we ready for the much anticipated Mattis Minute?
We are. So, look, I have 10 questions here. They're all sort of, some of them are baseball related, some of them aren't. So, just kind of the first thing that comes to mind is what you want to answer. But if you have a good story for it, we want to hear that too.
Okay.
All right, so the first question. Of your 47 regular season home runs, was there one that was more memorable than the rest?
The first. It's always the first whenever you get the. I was in San Diego off of Mambo de Leon.
Okay. Do you consider yourself more of a beach guy, a mountains or wilderness guy, or a let's go to a museum guy?
Let's go to the museum.
Which Taylor Swift song is your absolute favorite?
Got no idea. I have to ask Jason Kelsey.
Do you prefer to watch TV shows, movies, or read books?
Movies.
Did anybody tell you there's a guy in this crowd tonight who has allegedly drank over 85,000 Budweisers in his life so far?
Wow. Sounds like the guys on my team.
You would have fit in on 93, right?
On a nice summer day, would you most likely play golf, play tennis, or sit by the pool?
Play golf, and I'm not very good, but I play golf.
Okay. Did you ever have a teammate who you thought should run for president?
I think Schilling wants to.
Dutch could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Dutch
Dutch
would
would
be
win.
great. He's like Jason Kelsey. Yeah, he can run for anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which movie would you pick to watch? The Dirty Dozen, Talladega Nights, or Animal House?
Animal House, of course.
Okay. Who was the one pitcher you had the most trouble trying to hit against?
Dennis Martinez.
Really?
And the last one, tell the truth. Have you ever forgotten somebody's name and just called them dude or bro?
Of course. Of
That's
course.
nice.
Who hasn't, right?
That's right.
Take a bow, Bill Mattis. Take a bow. Or grab another Budweiser, 85,001.
Oh, my God.
Send that man a beer. All right, we got a lot of raffle action going on, which is good to see. Grab your 2 free ones if you haven't already. The old gal's back in town, so come over and see her, pay a visit. Sue, give us a wave. There you go. All right. Again, thanks everybody for coming out. We certainly enjoyed doing this. Next month, we're back here December 13th. So save the date, mark it down. Guests to be announced. But I think we're going to go football.
Santa.
Oh, Santa, most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Santa.
You can't have a December show without
Santa will
Santa.
definitely be there.
Speaking of Santa, I was just handed this and told that you should open this during the show right now.
Right
Do a
now.
little pack break. Live break right now.
This is a This Fan's View first.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I feel like we're infringing on Milt's time though.
You're good, you're good, we're good, we're good.
Milt's
We're good, we're
You
good.
said what's in there.
Why is the first card yours?
There's other ones in there.
Why?
That's the chaser.
That's the
That's the
chaser.
chaser.
Limited edition.
Look at this. Our GM has a card.
There you go.
Wow.
Lauren,
That's me.
give a wave so you got a card.
There you go.
The boss. The boss.
There.
Look at that. It's not my rookie card because I've already had one,
There you
but
go.
it's much appreciated. Thank you,
Oh,
Steve Scalish. Job, I got another one. You got another one.
There's 3 sets.
That's
Oh,
recess.
I'm sorry. Oh, wow. They're not autographed.
No, of course not.
Ah, come on, you got to get them autographed.
Well, was I supposed to thank them?
Why not? Isn't that what everybody does? Can you get them JS8 for me?
It might be PSA 9 if you're lucky.
There you go.
Give a hand to Steve Scalish, folks.
Yeah. Good job, Steve.
You know what? Small story. I've known this little runt since he was about 10 running around the McDade Mall. 10?
No, I was like,
No, it was 10.
18. You came in the late 80s.
No, you were a runt. You weren't 18.
I was born in 72.
You were young.
I was young. I know.
You were
I was
young.
like in high school.
You were young. But anyway, you've come a long way.
Thank you. So have you.
Steve Scalish, give him a hand.
There you go.
No? No hand?
That's good enough.
Jason's just pissed off and don't have a card.
Yeah.
Did you get a card? Yeah.
You used the worst picture on me.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, he's got.
Uh-oh.
Pictures of me, so
You got it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't see the nicknames. The nickname variation.
There you go.
Oops, oops. All right, we'll do a signing after the show.
There you go.
All the money goes to charity.
Sounds good. So Mel, what do you think of all the new changes in baseball?
The pitch clock doesn't affect hitters because I'm always ready to hit.
Right,
I think it
yeah.
took the pitchers a little while to get used to it. I don't understand the bigger base.
Right,
I'm still
yeah,
trying to figure that one out. So
Yeah, that
yeah.
doesn't make much sense,
I
especially
would-
with baseball being a numbers game throughout the history of baseball. You're changing the bases now, making them basically a foot shorter or 6 inches, I guess, it's 3 inches each player.
And the other thing, I thought there'd be more stolen bases with, you can only throw over twice.
Right.
Very surprised with that, but again, everybody's waiting for a home run, so.
Yeah.
It
No,
didn't change too much.
Yeah, it's that and putting a runner at second base in the extra innings.
No.
It's
No, I don't like that at all.
it's trying to save pitchers.
Let's go back to the 93 team for a minute. The 3 craziest guys on the team. And I picked 3.
Number one's Dyksford.
Even back then.
Oh yeah, Dykstra. Crucky's funny. I love Crucky.
There's a sleeper. I think,
And
too.
Mitch Williams.
They're the 3, huh?
Yeah,
Dykstra, Kruk, and Mitch Williams.
yeah, because Darren was our leader. There's nothing crazy about Darren. He was the best leader ever around any sports team ever. And he's a little out there, but Dave Hollins was scary. But I mean, he was,
He He was with you, so he wasn't scared.
Well, no, because the first day I met him, I was like, I don't know about this. We're in spring training, beginning of '93. I'm in the first group hitting, so is he. So he's in there hitting, and things weren't working very well his first day.
Yeah.
And he came out, he threw his bat down, he's mad. And being the nice guy that I am, I'm like, hey, Dave, don't worry about it, man. It's the first day of spring training, you know? He goes, I'm not Dave, I'm Mikey. Okay. Turned into Mikey when he got on the field. He's scary. Mikey's scary.
Well, I also heard David West was a good party man too, wasn't he? He was a sleeper.
He's maybe a sleeper. I would say that we called him Big Bird off of Sesame Street because he'd like go in and get pizza and like fold it like a sandwich and put it in his jackets and go out to the bullpen, you know. Yeah, then you had Larry Anderson. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That whole team had a bunch of characters.
Oh yeah.
You know, which made it more even lovable.
Oh yeah.
You know, just the whole.
But the thing is, as crazy as we were, when the game was over, we were in the training room talking about the game and who we were going to face the next day. Mm-hmm. That was the great part about it, is that we were always prepared for the game, whoever we were going to play.
Yeah, you're always prepared. You know, I think that's missing in baseball too. You know, the camaraderie, that you guys stay together. You know, you see it a little bit during the playoffs. You know, the guys are partying, and you know, after they win, popping the bottles and stuff. But you guys did that every day, win or loss.
I think what's happened with analytics, you know, it's pushed guys away, and they give you all the information instead of us hanging around talking about it. You know, I mean, a guy came up to me and goes, "Well, you know, this pitcher 1-2 throws a slider 64.3% of the time." I'm like, dude, that's way too much.
Right.
I mean, come on.
35.8% he's not going to throw it, so I'm going to be lost.
No, I don't need that. Just get ready to hit a fastball and adjust from there. Yeah. That's about as simple as you can make it.
Yeah.
Can we shift gears a little bit and talk about the Texas Rangers?
Pretty good ball club.
Yeah, talk about it a little bit. Are they, are they set up for a run? I mean,
it's hard to repeat. It's always hard to repeat. I got a question for you. Why are teams throwing Sager a fastball, first pitch fastball, when he swings at the first pitch every single time? I'm watching them like, why these guys throw a slider or something? Do not throw a strike to this guy first pitch.
Right.
He's ready to hit. Mm-hmm. And that's the one thing that I see in the game that, you know, I don't need analytics to tell me that, you know. Yeah. Or in the playoffs, the Phillies always tried to steal a base when there was 2 strikes on the hitter.
Yes.
I mean, what are people watching?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You like I said, just watching the game, you don't need the analytics, you can see it. Like you know, getting the little card out of your pocket, you know, every batter and different things. The game's changed so much that you guys, like I said, who could go through a game, you know, a game plan through every batter before the game, and you would know it. Like, you don't have to have a cue card. You know, it's like they're making the game too simple with the analytics, and it's almost like a video game, if that makes sense. Like, you're just trying to.
Well, I heard somebody, one of my buddies was in spring training this year, and I called him. He's talking to me. He said, "You ain't gonna believe this." He said a new pitcher came in the game, and they were asking, "What's this guy's spin rate?" I'm like, fastball, slider, change. What pitches? I don't care about the spin rate. What pitches does this guy throw? It's gone way too far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely. But Larry Bowe was here on the show, and he was talking. One of the analytic guys, he was talking to him, and a guy hit a ball to center field.
Great line. Great line.
You know, and he's like, "What was his exit velocity?" F8.
Great answer.
You know, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, it's an out. And it's just because how many times do you see exit velocities of 110, 100 line drives to the catcher, to the shortstop or whatever, and gets caught? So, all right, it wasn't a home run because he hit it over 100, 4 miles an hour or whatever. So yeah, it's for us guys that watch baseball when baseball was baseball. It's a lot different and harder.
It is.
harder to watch.
It is.
Today.
I think that the simpleness of the game, as a kid, just going out there and playing and doing the best you can it's like it's melting away. You even got kids worried about launch angle,
Right.
exit velocity.
Oh, yeah.
Like, first, you better learn how to hit.
Exactly.
I had a 10U team. They were in one day where I train at, and the coach is like all excited. Oh man, we played 64 games this year. I'm like, what? I said, you played 20 games in high school. Are you serious? I mean, what are you doing? Let them be kids.
Right.
Then in the wintertime, they practice twice a week. I mean, they never get away from the game. I mean, as a big league ball player, I took 6 weeks off after the season was over. Just don't do anything. Just deprogram and relax, and then go back into your mood of getting ready to play ball.
Right. Going back to the '93 season, what was your? I mean, there's a lot of memorable moments throughout that season, but what was one of your memorable moments that you knew this is going to be a good year for us?
Well, of course, when I robbed the Grand Slam.
Yeah, it was early in the
And then
year.
the next day, we went to LA and they had the bases loaded. And Mitch was in a jam, and
He was?
yeah, he had a line drive. There was Mike Sharperson did a line drive that Mickey dove and caught, and we turned to double play and got out of that. There were so many things. The Donkeys Mother's Day home run.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that really woke us up one day is we were losing to the Giants, San Francisco, 6-0 or 7-0. It's like the 4th or 5th inning, and Wes Chamberlain was up, and Brian Hickerson, the lefty, was pitching for them, and Wes hit a line drive right back at him, and he caught it, and he turned and looked at our dugout, and he threw the ball down. Man,
You don't do that to
we
me.
came back and beat him. We beat him 8-7. So, you don't wake us up, man. You don't do things like that. You see guys now, back flipping, doing all this stuff. I don't know what this means when you get a hit. I mean, act like you got a hit before. Act like you've done something before.
Right. Well, that was Serrano.
Yeah.
A lot of celebrating.
Yeah.
A lot of celebrating.
Yeah. Let's wait till we win and then celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Forget about all that other stuff.
Yes. Now, I was there as a fan in '93 when you guys won the pennant against the Braves. That was loud for me being there, in the crowd. I thought the vet was going to fall down. It was shaking so much. How was that for you guys, experiencing that and then feeling the crowd?
It was unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand how big a home field advantage it is to have these fans here in Philadelphia. I mean, in every sport.
Mm-hmm.
They're the best fans
Yeah.
ever, And I mean, the way they just keep you fired up and everything. I can remember, we go back to when Mitch got the hit at 4:40 in the
Right.
morning, and it was so crazy because we played the first game and it's like 1 o'clock, and I'm like taking my stuff off, and like next game in 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, we gonna play?
Right.
So we get out there, we're playing, and it was amazing that as long as the game kept going on, people kept coming.
Yeah.
People kept coming. I mean, they left the bars and everything.
Exactly.
They
Yeah,
came to the stadium, and it was like unbelievable, And I think it was definitely daylight when we got out to the locker room to go home. But it was totally amazing, and that kind of stuff just resonates with players when you see fans who really are behind you 100%.
Right. Now, and then this is a little bit tougher, but what were some of the ups and downs throughout that '93 World Series? And you guys with the Blue Jays had some battles. I mean, that's that 15-14 game where
That was a nightmare. Nightmare.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep at all that night. I couldn't understand. I'm like, wow, we were winning 14-9, and we lost that game.
Right.
That's one of those things. It was just
The rain, the rain that.
But I think that if we win that game, we win.
Oh yeah. No. Absolutely.
And if we win Game 6,
Right.
Mulholland's coming out the next day.
Mhm.
So it was just one of those things. It wasn't meant to be.
Right. Yeah.
It just wasn't meant to be because that pitch that Mitch threw to him
Was a good
was
pitch.
a great pitch to everybody but him.
Right.
You know, he just happened to, it was down in his wheelhouse and he got it. But if you even step back further than that, in the 8th inning, we got in a little jam there, but we got out. But it allowed them to turn the line over for the 9th inning. And that was big. That was huge.
Yeah.
Best hitter in the game today.
Wow. That's a real tough question.
I mean, I know earlier you were chatting up Corey Seager.
Yeah, he's
You
good.
know.
He's a good player, but I don't know. Freeman is pretty good.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman is pretty good.
That's where I would go first.
He does it.
And the kid from Miami, Ariza.
Okay.
You got to understand, this kid won the batting title in the American League, and then turned around and won the batting title in the National League this year. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He and again, the guy just makes contact. You know, he's not out there. You know, although
But Freddie, I love Freddie because he will go to left field and take his hits. I mean, he's very
He hits
good
where
hitter.
the pitcher throws it.
Very good hitter.
Yeah.
another guy in batting practice like you're with Michael Jack Schmidt that doesn't hit home runs. Freddie Freeman's another guy that just hits line drives. They said he probably hasn't hit a home run in the batting practice. You know, but he does it a lot in line drives. Like I said, that's all you need.
Well, when you put you take that same swing and then with the speed on the ball and you go backspin it and it'll get out.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
And all you needed to do is just get over the finish. You don't have to hit it to the next county.
You don't need the 500 home run. You got a 350, you're good.
You look at Hank Aaron. He didn't hit monster home runs.
No.
He hit a lot of them.
Yeah, he hit a whole lot of them, but he did monster.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I don't think he ever hit 30 home runs in a year, did he?
1 year.
Yeah, maybe 35.
1 year.
I don't remember him hitting a whole bunch of home runs, like that. But he's just consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, because the show's winding down and I don't want to miss anybody with opportunities to ask Milt questions. He'll answer them all. Come on, Brian Friel. Wake up. Wake up. Come on, you're usually good for one.
He
He's
just,
ready.
I know
He's
it.
ready.
I know it.
he just had me
The
prompted.
pressure's on. This might have been talked about before I walked in the door, but kind of disappointed in our top hitters this year that they try to jump out of their shoes and hit home runs at the end. Why can't they hit singles or not?
Because that's not sexy. Let's be honest with you. Everybody's trying to hit the ball. Yeah.
The ladies don't like the small ball.
I mean, the way we used to play, like I said, our thing was to get 10 hits as a team, keep the merry-go-round going, keep everybody involved. You want to put pressure on a pitcher. The way you put pressure on a pitcher is to have people on base, and that puts the pressure on him. A solo home run. I think Schilling led the league in solo home runs quite a bit in his career, but it's a solo home run. It doesn't matter. You can come back from that, but if you start walking people and putting guys on base, and then you give up a home run, or you have a big long inning where a team scores like 3 or 4 runs, putting hits together. I say it all the time. Good championship teams, 2-out RBIs.
Oh yeah.
2-out RBIs. They're the best.
So I guess that's over.
I don't know. I thought Arizona showed us how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
So, you look back when I was in the Kansas City Royals organization, they played small ball. These teams that have won use that small ball during the playoffs because you're facing the top 3 pitchers. You're not facing 4 and 5.
You're right.
You're facing the best pitchers. So you got to move. You got to manufacture some runs. You got to just be aggressive, take the extra base when you can, and force the other team to get you out.
You would think. But, all right, I'm done with the microphone.
All right.
Another question.
Here you go. Birthday boy. Come on.
Bill, do you think we're gonna sign Aaron Nolan?
No. He's asking for somewhere around 30 million a year. Ain't gonna happen here. And plus, there's so many teams that need pitching. I mean, the Mets need a whole pitching staff. They don't have anybody. They need a whole pitching staff. So there's teams out there that are gonna pay him that kind of money, but no, because he won't take the home discount. If he takes the home discount, he's here. But that's up to him.
What's a home discount?
Being with a championship team.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying money-wise, because I don't think
I don't know.
yeah, no, I know, but I don't think.
But not 30 million a year. No,
I don't think that 30 million is going to be out there for anybody, from any of the teams. But
I'll put you on the hot seat. 30 million, 5 years. Do you sign him tonight?
No.
Who do you get to replace him?
I don't know. The buzz around here is Snell.
no, he gets hurt too much.
They're gonna spend money on a pitcher.
Oh yeah.
Snell, he won the Cy Young this year, but he's hurt. He's hurt a lot. He's not as durable.
No. But
You know what I mean? And I don't know. That's one of the big pluses for Noel. I think it's you're gonna have to pay somebody. Jordan Montgomery's another guy. That's out there. He's another guy that gets hurt a lot. These guys have one good year, and out of the past 3 or 4.
well, for me, you build within. That's how we work. You look at the guys from our 2008.
Right.
You got Howard, Jimmy Rollins, Utley, Chooch, Brett Myers, Marlon Bird came up. I mean, we had so many guys come through the system,
Right.
and that's key.
Yeah.
And then you piece in Victorino and guys like that. But
Yeah.
I remember in I think it was, I don't know if it was 2006. Maybe 2006. They brought Kendrick up from AA.
Yeah.
And he came up and he was fine. And that's what you got to do. You got to build within. It was kind of disappointing this year. You seen that ball clubs are using bullpen games. I mean, you got nobody in AAA that can come up and start for you. I mean, bullpen games kill your team at the end of the year. I never could figure that out. You got to find a fifth starter.
Right.
There's no excuse when you have AAA and AA that you don't have a fifth starter that can come up here and pitch.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the whole thing that threw a monkey wrench into it obviously was Painter getting hurt. That was probably their fallback initially last fall or spring training, to not give Noel the big deal. But
And then you had Falter. I mean,
right.
and you end up trading him. But I mean, you have to have kids. You have to have kids in your minor league system
Right.
that are ready and they can come up and help as well. Very important.
It is, and the problem though too is like Mick Abel. He's going to be the one guy, potentially that could come up. They're not going to let him go through the innings as much, for a full season. So like, how does that affect you? For Abel, to lean on him, and then he's not there for either the later part or the early part of the season.
The only way that you're going to be a top big league pitcher is to go out and pitch.
Right.
You can't baby these guys. If he's going to get hurt. You can't baby him.
No.
I look at this amazing stat. Robin Roberts, 232 complete games.
Right.
232 complete games.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
30 average. He was doing like 30 in a year.
It's just like
They never came out.
no.
Nolan Ryan, a little bit more curve.
I don't know who came up with the idea of 100 pitches. I don't know who came up with that idea.
Analytics.
But Greg Maddox would take 90 pitches and have a complete game. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't have pitchers today that can go 4 innings and have and be on their 100 pitches.
Exactly. That's true.
All right, again, great night. Our guest, Milt Thompson. How about a big hand? Come on.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
talking Phillies baseball. Can I get a prediction for Monday night's football game?
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Eagles gonna win.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. I just had to have that for one person only.
I just want to know the over-under. Do we see more
Dude, I don't. Oh, you see more Taylor than Travis. That's for sure.
Hey, again,
It's the Kelsey's mom is the one. One day she's with Jake from State Farm. I'm like, this lady.
she's a hot mama right now.
Oh yeah.
All right. Thank you, Hanrahan's Irish Pub. We appreciate everything. Big hand. Our sponsor, City Distilling, they've been with us now for 2 years as well. This thing is moving in the right direction. I believe we've got our own card set now, thanks to one Steve Scalish.
Yeah.
Steve, I'm sorry you didn't get a loaf of pumpkin bread. I'll see what I can steal out of the kitchen.
I got a quarter one in my truck.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of conversation going on right now. But anyway, great guest, Milt Thompson. He's been with us before. He'll be with us again. Talking baseball is his thing. One more round of applause. Great guy.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Grab your raffle tickets. We draw them around 8 o'clock. So hang out, buy me a beer, and we'll do the drawing around 8 o'clock. Thanks everyone for coming out.
Mark your calendars for December 13th.
And if they have anything they need signed,
Yeah, I'm gonna make that announcement as soon as.